Hi, how you guys doing? So yeah, this is me. I'm Gunnar. Thanks for Massive and Apify for putting this on. So that's me at our cabinet in Ashburn, Virginia. So I'll kind of give a little bit of background of how we took the infrastructure route and kind of why we decided to go that way. Let's get the clicker here. Okay, cool. So HypeProxies actually started out of a studio apartment in Austin, Texas. I needed to pay rent, and rent was due, and so I started sneaker botting, like a lot of people in this room, kind of had their sneaker roots. And yeah, so our first customers came from the sneaker community. Proxies back then were terrible. I mean, terrible. Amazon, you would just spin up a server on Amazon and you would just make a proxy and it would work on everything, Data center proxies were kind of the norm, right? So 2019 decided, okay, well, the market needs better proxies, right? And we decided to launch our first ISP proxy product, which was like a Verizon circuit. And we directly sold to the sneaker community. And this did really, really well. And we were perfectly positioned for 2020 and obviously the COVID e-commerce boom. Things overnight, exponentially grew. So 2021, we went direct to the ISPs. We said, okay, we want to have these carrier relationships. We want to have ASNs that we can manage and control. And that's one of the things that helps us now. So we stopped being a reseller, went to infrastructure. Like I said, COVID happened. We were using other providers for infrastructure that could not scale with us, essentially. Bandwidth, network, compute, all had a cap. So 2023, we went and got our own racks, our own carriers in Ashburn, Virginia. That cabinet goes live into in ownership. Last year, Crawlbyte, which is our newest subsidiary that launches as a dedicated brand for our web scraping cases. Cool. Oh. So why Ashburn, Virginia? I know if you're in the infrastructure space, you've heard this, right? It's called Data Center Alley, so it's the northern part of Virginia, right outside of Washington, D.C. 70% of the world's internet traffic runs through Ashburn at any given moment. So it's over 1 petabyte a second of network aggregate that comes through there. We decided to position ourselves in this area because the latency to your major cloud platforms are less than usually a millisecond. So Google Cloud, AWS, everybody is hosted in Northeast. So and we keep an uptime rate really well because of this location. Cool. So this is probably what you guys are more interested in. So built on our own metal, and we have tier 1 ASNs like Verizon, Comcast, Cox. All of these different providers will allow you to have what they call like an ISP tag. And that tag actually does better than any data centers because that's the first thing they usually check on a request is, okay, what ASN is it on? Does it have a good fraud score? What's the trust, right? Most recently, for a lot of the browser guys out there, that it has to be on consumer hardware. So you have to create a fingerprint based on a real user, right? So AMD Ryzen's, you're talking about consumer-grade hardware. We've started to stand that up so browsers can really do well. The subnet size is actually really important, and not a lot of people know this, but as you get higher in subnets, you have kind of noisy neighbors, right? So noisy neighbors can really get other subnets banned that have nothing to do with what you're trying to do on that. So we like to do small static subnet routes, and then we do static IPs sessions by design, no rotation, so you can continue that session on a browser for as long as you want, and yeah. Cool. Okay. So there's some results. This is from a Proxyway average response times, and this was taken on an Ashburn production server. So our Cloudflare block rate's 0.06, Datadome 0.02. And this was just some results from a 7-day window just running these different jobs. Okay, cool. This is one of our clients, it's Linkscopic. They're doing e-commerce price intelligence. I know there's some e-commerce scraping guys in here, and they're scraping millions of e-commerce SKUs in real time, so that's across Target, Walmart, Amazon, and the throughput is 30 million records an hour, right? And so to hit that level, you have to kind of maintain your own infrastructure and be able to scale it vertically. So yeah, cool. We get this question a lot. So what's the difference between ISP and residential proxies? So your traditional residentials are routing through somebody's home router, usually by an SDK of some sort. The device shuts off, the IP is lost. So technically, if you're scraping something and their device is unstable, that scraping request can fail. Unpredictable latency, unstable connections. ISP proxies are hosted in the data center. So they're 10 gigabits a second, sub-millisecond latency, same residential trust score, just a lot more stable. And that's one of the reasons why we've kind of gone in on this specifically. Okay, I think I ran a little fast, but yeah, if there's any questions, or we can kind of go from there. Thank you, guys.
Quick question. So you can actually buy virtual machines as well through you?
Yes, yeah. Virtual machines, dedicated, bare metals, you know, we kind of do it end to end.
Thanks. Again, great presentation. You had a point there about stuffing those racks with consumer hardware so that you have better fingerprints.
Yeah.
Are you stuffing them like also with GPUs?
In some instances, we haven't like kind of dived into the GPU as much. Usually, we're just trying to put, you know, AMD Ryzen's kind of like the CPU
with integrated
stuff.
something with integrated.
Correct.
Graphics.
Integrated GPUs, yes, because external GPUs come up and it looks like more of a consumer browser, yeah.
Okay.
So it's definitely something that's possible, and it's becoming popular.
And like, is Linux enough, or are you launching like Windows instances on them again to have like better fingerprint?
So we really let it up to the automation. Like, you know, you're going to be able to manage the server end to end. So pretty much any OS that you want.
So you are doing just like an infrastructure as a service.
Correct.
Okay.
Correct. Yeah.
Okay.
So your solution, we tailor it to you, and then, you know, however you want to kind of configure it from there.
Okay. Thanks.
Cool. Thanks.